And we're at Woodland Bowl, always a great event. Pros have been coming here since 1979. Some of the great names that have won here at Woodland Bowl: Mark Roth, your doubles partner, Wayne Webb, and George Pappas, Mike Albee, Pete Weber a couple of times. Jason Couch won it twice here, and of course, Walter won it twice. Our defending champion, Randy Peterson, just bowed out in the last match. Now it's Doug Kent. He survived 2 matches up against another couple of tough competitors.
Well, it's going to be tough. This man right here, Norm Duke, the leading candidate for Player of the Year, has a lot to say about it. But he's not dialed in early, and that's what's been hurting the other players. This ball just slides and slides and slides, never does catch a roll. Comes in light, leaves a 2-pin. Fortunate just to have the one standing there.
And Kent really has gotten off to a very nice start in the first 2 matches as he now steps back.
Something to the right, affecting Kent's concentration. Regroups himself.
Semifinal match, first shot for Doug Kent. And he's got a strike, and he really has had a solid year with 12 cashes and 14 tournaments.
Another shot that looked as if it was going to be coming in high, but it stopped in the pocket. Norm Duke makes the spare, and now the first look at Chris Barnes. And he looks, he got his teeth fixed.
A commercial break.
During the commercial, he went and saw Dennis. He looks much better now.
And Wichita looking for his first title of the year, although 10 TV appearances this year.
Leaves the 10-pin. Now he's gone to a ball that does not hook much at all. Very, very stable kind of a pin placement in that ball.
Kind of so what he talked about in the tip.
Exactly. Very much like what I was talking about in the tip, to keep the ball going very straight so we can play that outside angle.
So, once again, Doug Kent off to the early lead here in the semifinal match. Duke loves it outside.
Now both Duke and Barnes opting for balls that don't hook very much so they can play further to the right, keep the ball in the dry part of the lane, take advantage of the angle into the pocket. Kent doing all the damage, hooking it.
Kent has been at the pocket all day long.
Will it? You bet. There's the 7 responding at the very last minute for Kent. 10-pin lead. Watch these pins dance. It's the Halloween hop. Will the 7? Well, of course it goes. And how does he like it?
Oh, yeah.
He loved it.
Barnes with a strike.
Boy, when you talk about great players on the Professional Bowlers Tour, these names have got to come up. Duke and Barnes. Kent, not far behind, but still not quite in the classification of the other 2.
Duke in search of his 20th PBA win.
Thought it was going to get there. Confusion for Norm Duke. It's a 2 and the 5.
For Duke, not at the panic stage yet?
No, but he's come in light both times on this left-hand lane. Right now, he thinks his ball's going to hook in there. He's running it out. It doesn't.
Well, Kent can make it a quick 3 in a row to start this match.
Watch that. The ball just stops in the pocket. He's got a little bit of a trick shot working on lane 72. And a good spare for Duke.
And again, when you talk about spare shooters, Norm Duke at the top of the list, along with Chris Barnes. And Barnes steps up now in the 3rd frame. Spare and a strike. He trails by 10 to Kent.
Trails by 20 with a chance to cut it to 10. Maybe you're a fortune teller. Maybe you know he's going to strike here, so that's why you said 10. I know how you work, Phil.
I envision a strike. Yeah, and I thought I had ESP. And that's right. Just the 10-pin. So right now, Barnes and Duke, not that they're struggling, but Doug Kent has the first 3.
Now, Barnes hasn't missed the pocket, but he only has 1 strike out of 3 shots, and Duke is struggling. Hasn't hit the pocket on the left-hand lane. And really, you know, you take a look at the players in the field, and it's Duke, and it's Barnes and Williams are the power. But Kent right now asserting his authority here on Halloween.
20-pin lead for Kent over Duke and Barnes, and Duke taking a little extra time trying to get set up here and figure it out in the fourth frame. And he does. So Norm Duke, he tossed one of the tournament's 5 300 games this week. 38 career 300 games for Storm and Norman, and he's right there.
You'll hear the crowd go. They're going Duke, Duke. That's not booing. They're duking it up.
On Halloween night, they could say boo, I guess. All right, here comes Kent, trying to make it 4 in a row.
In command. You can just see when he walks back, he's got a little bit of a strut going on, and got a good reason.
Barnes, he has his own official fan club called the Chris Barnes Fan Club. Can be found on the internet at bowlingfans.com/Barnes. 221 average.
Catchy name. That's a little bit left, I thought. That's that tame released ball.
Well, he can play so many shots. Same with Norm Duke and most of the players out here, but
well, the best players today have got to be versatile. When I was bowling on tour full time, I had a few different shots, but you didn't need to be quite as tricky back then. As you can see, the earnings.
Oh.
And a 7-10. He made the big adjustment, moved left on the approach, went to hook the ball. Bad break. He made a huge adjustment, playing the big hook. Watch the ball, hits the pocket. 5-pin will go in front of the 7. And 10-pin stands, and one of the bad breaks.
Well, Doug Kent has
all
struck
bowling.
21 out of 28 frames so far in the 3 games. And can he make it? Another one. Yes, that is 5 in a row. You talked about some tricks. Of course, Halloween night, and it looks like he may get the treat at the end here. We'll have to wait and see, as an open frame for Norm Duke. But boy, Doug Kent, command, you had mentioned.
Well, he is. And right now, Barnes desperately needing to figure out a way to get all the 10 pins to fall down on lane 71. Been in the pocket every frame, but spare strikes, not getting it done. Kent's got the first 5. Will it hit? And the adjustment from the flat 10 to the solid 4.
Flat 10, you move a half board and it's a 4-pin.
That's what I just said.
Wrong part of the lane, are you?
So Barnes.
Ball comes in high, trips out the 9-pin, and you heard Barnes saying playing the wrong part of the lane, and he very well may be. Other players have tried to play where Kent's playing. They haven't had the same kind of success.
So right now it is Doug Kent. 5 strikes to start the semifinal match. He's in command.